You hit the gavel, don't you?
Okay, yeah, I can hit the gavel again. Meeting adjourned. Okay, business meeting started. It's a council work session for December 18th. Actually, we probably should limit this discussion. There's a couple kind of pretty important things on here. I don't know, did you want to at least introduce that, or just want to kind of delay discussion until?
Delay?
I think we should delay until there's more members present.
Should we do that? Do you want to do a scheduled work session on Thursday also, or just do the legislation? And I'll tell you what, since it's so close to Christmas, do any of these things require discussion before the next meeting?
I don't think so. The one thing that I will go ahead and do on the golf course, just since we haven't made a decision, is go ahead and advertise. So if we do want to open, we'll at least have that underway.
Yeah, I just want to bring it up. I did have a conversation with Zachary Fink again today, and he still hasn't gotten in touch with Tim Tilton. He just wants to touch base with him because he knows that he was a part of doing a lot of things there over the years. And but Zachary Fink is a graduate of Greenhills in '78. Tim Tilton was his golf coach and also teacher, and really made a big impact on him. And he's actually a golf pro up in Centerville. He owns his own golf course, shop and everything like that. And he's the one who bought 1 through 6 planters.
34.
Okay, 34, sorry. And so he's very interested to get involved, to at least sit down and talk about what can be done, what should be done, if he wants to actually get involved as well as far as financially, that kind of thing to help out. So those kind of things, he's definitely going to be getting back with me by the end of this week, if not right after Christmas, because he just wants to talk with Tim Tilton.
Did you get in? What's his direction? Do you know from talking to him? What does he have in mind to do?
Well, the first thing he was asking me is that, how's it been? He knows the past 5 or 6 years, it's definitely had a loss, pretty good loss. Because I told him, I said it's right around 25,000, right? Maybe 30. And he said, well, that's pretty significant for a small thing like that. But I said, we just need to know how we should advertise it, how we should go about doing things. We don't have anybody to really take care of the grounds anymore. And that way, that's something that we wanted to know about if he wants to get involved with something like that. So I think he might be wanting to talk to Tim to see if Tim can get involved. Okay, because Tim hasn't been involved for several years. And so that's what I'll find out more. But no matter what, he definitely would like to talk with us and let us know at the least what he thinks we should be doing. Okay.
So he's willing to advise a little bit.
Yes.
He's not really looking to lease it, right? Yes or no?
Oh, I wouldn't think he'd be willing to lease it.
Yeah, I was going to say, somebody told me that they thought that he might be interested in leasing it. And I'm thinking, we're losing $20,000 a year. How's he going to make a profit, pay himself, pay everybody? And
well, he was even saying to me, just off the cuff, he said, well, that means if I do get involved, we're going to be trying to shoot just to break even, as opposed to losing. But he's a businessman too, and he said the one thing that people have to realize is that there are a lot of places in the past 5 to 6 years that have actually closed. I mean, it took a big hit when 7 and 8 turned around. The years came, and there are a lot of golf courses that are not busy at all, and he knew several of them that actually closed.
well, the thing that's really precipitated this discussion now is Charlie's retirement.
Yes.
As long as we had somebody on staff to cut the grass and everything, we've been losing money on the golf course for, 20 years. So, really nothing's changed except Charlie's gone.
Right.
So, I'm not really comfortable with this discussion of closing the golf course because Charlie's gone. Another thought I had to fill that void was, I wonder if we got the mill course and Meadowlinks right up the street. I wonder if there's anybody on staff there that's experienced in running, all the different cuts. I talked to Mike about what you need to know, thinking maybe we could do it on a volunteer basis, but it doesn't sound like that's practical because there's like 5 different mowing heights, and doing a golf course and doing a golf course right, you have to know what you're doing. And the equipment is a little different to operate, but I was thinking, I wonder if there's somebody up the Mill Course or Meadow Links, and I'd be willing to contact them and find out if you wanted to.
Yeah,
To
'cause
see
I
if they
think
can do it on a
the Park
part-time
District
basis or
would be a
something.
good source.
Huh?
I do think the Park District would be a good source for potential part-timers. I also learned that Cincinnati State and Ohio State both have turf management
Hmm.
coursework, so there might be an opportunity, maybe a student in the summer might have an interest, so I'll be sure to get a notice to them as well. To see
Well,
what we can do.
Do you want me to check with the park, or have you already checked with the
Sure.
park?
No,
Well, I'll check with the park if you'll
Okay.
check with, the schools,
Okay.
see what's going on.
Okay, I also, going back through some of our many maps and stuff, found that on one of the maps, it had identified our course for being a proposed pitch and putt course. I had never heard of that, so I pulled it up on the internet to see what it was, and I can share that with you guys. I mean, obviously, it's similar to a par three, but apparently there's an association. I thought about contacting them and seeing if
Pitch and putt
pitch
association?
and putt, yeah, I'd never heard of it before. There's an international pitch and putt association. So, you know, it just kind of
Well,
needs.
half the holes are pitch.
Yeah. Oh, it was on one of our earlier maps, so I thought that might be kind of fun to look into and see what it might be.
National Pit and Putt Association.
Pitch and
Pitch
pitch.
and putt.
I can't remember if you mentioned that, Mr. Fink does have, he has a par three and a putt
Oh, yeah.
patch, up further north here, so that's.
Yes, and he has people who maintains his grounds, and the reason why he's interested is because this is where he grew up. He grew up on
Right.
Burley and on Hadley, and, he just really he golfed on this par three for a lot, you know, with
Well,
Tim's
great
help.
to have his involvement. You know,
Yeah.
I thought maybe he was interested in maybe turning it into some sort of an adventure for himself, add it to his portfolio.
Well, that's the reason why he was asking about what the profit
Yeah.
and loss on thing. And when I told him it's close to 30 grand, that's when he goes, oh, okay. Well, that means I really won't be making any money, you know, right away, unless he starts really turning. That's why he just wants to, I think he wants to talk to Tim to see if Tim can get involved. That's my feeling. Because Tim did a lot of things with the kids over there, you know, bringing the students over. Does Tim still teach? I don't even know if you,
I thought he was retired.
okay, he's not,
Retired.
okay. So, you know, I guess I'll find out more from him either end of this week, sometime next week. But he promises to get back with me, because he kind of was real busy, and he didn't get back to me right away, because when I was talking on the phone. So I had to get a hold of him early this morning at 7, kind of woke him up, so that was good. And then, I talked to him this afternoon, so.
Okay, anything else? Meeting adjourned. Thanks for everybody for coming on.